Alright, what's up guys? Today I figured I'm gonna make, this is my second video I guess. I'm gonna make a video because I've been thinking about this. I've seen people posting or making comments that they have almost gotten scammed out of cars, or like I've been watching a lot of VinWiki's videos lately, and some of the videos I've seen on there, some of the guys have almost gotten scammed on cars. So, and I was watching a video from another YouTuber that I follow earlier, and he almost got scammed into getting in a Skyline. So anyways, on to the topic of the video. So, I almost didn't get scammed on this car. I will show you guys what it looks like right now. It's light indicator on the dash, and I think the left rear brake light doesn't, or the right rear brake light doesn't work. The right rear turn signal up there doesn't work. I mean, there's just more crap wrong with this car than the guy was telling me. And he told me, he's like, oh, it just has a headlight that's out. It just needs a headlight replaced. I'm like, okay, well, that's not going to be too expensive. Well, it has an angel eye that's out, and that is, the angel eye is on the left-hand side. The angel eye that's out is on the left-hand side. The angel eye that works is on the right-hand side. So it's the opposite of the headlights that work and don't work. And then, when I had got it home, as you can see right now, it doesn't give me any sort of crazy warning lights on the dash, if I can get this over, but it doesn't even give me a warning light for the brake light. Okay, that's interesting. It normally gives me, like, when I shut the car off, let me... No? Like, last Friday when I went to my dad's... Sorry about that. Last Friday when I went to my dad's, I had noticed that it told me to check my low beam headlight. And I knew the headlight was out, but it had never given me any sort of warning. This car also told me the day after I had bought it, because I came back home, grabbed it, and went into work, or went back to work. It told me to check the engine oil level. And the guy had told me it didn't leak a single drop. It never leaked in his garage or his driveway or nothing. So I was like, okay, that's cool. He sold this for $29.50. I paid him about $2,900, and I had thought that was fair. Well, the dash lights don't work. One headlight comes on. Two of the turn signals don't work. Both of them are catty corner in the front and rear. One of the angel eyes doesn't work, and I knew about the angel eye and the headlight. And then this right here, this is notorious. All I need to do for this is get a new LCD or get a new radio, which I think I'm going to get a new radio because I can't put an auxiliary on that. This seat barely moves back and forth. The back the back doesn't even work on, or doesn't even move. I think that seat's as far back as it goes. So it moves forward, but it doesn't move backward. Or it'll move forward and backward, but it's really, really slow. This one's completely broken. See, it's not even moving. And then the keys need reprogrammed. Now I need new key fobs. So all in all, this car does have more problems than I was aware of. I knew of the key fob. The window regulators didn't work when I had first looked at the car, because the guy wanted $1,950 for it. He said he spent about $700 for them to do the work to this car. He said it was like $95 an hour, 6 hours. So that's about $600. He added on an extra $400 to that $600, or $600, to raise the price of this car $1,000 with all the issues that were wrong with it, and he did not disclose what all was wrong with it. He just told me it had a headlight that was out. I asked him about the gauges because he never even mentioned it, and he says, oh, well, that has to do with the wiring for the seat. And I thought, okay, that's a little odd. I've never heard of that before. Well, sorry about that. And the icing on the cake, as I'm moving this, doesn't move. It moves up and down. But, anyways, alright. So, as you can see, it is darker out. Anyways, if I can close the door. In conclusion, to end that last clip that I had filmed earlier, that was probably about 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. Don't buy a car, and I did not buy this sight unseen. I went to look at it, but the guy immediately goes, oh, well, we'll go ahead, and he goes, we can just make the transaction at my house, because I had to run back to his house to go grab his wallet. He goes, we can just make the transaction at my house, and then, you know, you'll own the car. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I left my wallet back in my mom, or I left the cash back in my mom's car. And he says, oh, come on, man. I'm like, hey, like, I didn't know if I was going to buy the car. It is a very, very solid car. That is a big, big reason as to why I bought it. I personally would want a car that is solid and maybe has a few little electrical gremlins, which is a BMW thing, and I didn't expect everything to be absolutely perfect. Then have a bunch of suspension problems and everything with braking, and you know, it just needed everything replaced in a matter of, okay, sorry, I didn't know what was going on, in a matter of just like days. I haven't had any issues with this car. I've been driving it non-stop pretty much like every day this week. It's getting really good gas mileage compared to my Audi, and that was a big reason as to why I bought it as well. I needed something that got better gas mileage. But anyways, the moral of the story is if you normally find something that's too good to be true, like people say that, but they're dead serious when they say it, sometimes it actually is too good to be true. Luckily, when I found this thing, he got the windows fixed, and then he had the AC wasn't working, which that was the blower motor resistor, or the final stage unit, as they call it, and he had gotten that fixed, along with all the window switches, which is great. I mean, that's even better. That's less money than I gotta spend. But if you do go to buy a car, take it from me. I was almost scammed out of something. I got out of paying taxes to this guy because of the issues that were wrong with the car that he never disclosed. But like I said, if you go to buy a car, always make sure they will disclose what is wrong with it, and make them put it in writing. If they do not put it in writing, and they don't say, oh, well, we'll do this or we'll do this, then they do not have to honor that. If they have it in writing and you decide to make some sort of like lawful case out of it, then you literally have a case. I was telling me last Friday that he was willing to cut the tax in half and pay for half of the seat replacement, or, you know, fix whatever, and then I pay, you know, the other half in taxes. And I thought, okay, that works. Well, my mom had gotten involved because she was sick and tired of dealing with this, my mom had gotten involved, and lo and behold, he, I guess, was really apologetic to her and just told her that, you know what, I don't have to pay taxes now. So I got the tax form showing I owe nothing with the car, or, you know, with the taxes when I go to get it. Jeez. When I go to get this thing registered. But I have a paper plate till the 7th.